Day 89, verses 24 to 26, the joy that comes from within. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. Yesterday, we discussed that true freedom begins when we stop listening to every impulse that arises within us. Today, the Gita describes what begins to emerge when that restless chasing stops. One who finds happiness within, delight within, and light within attains liberation and becomes united with Brahman. A person who finds their happiness within, Anta Sukha, who can relax within themselves, Antar Aramaha, and who finds their clarity within, Antar Jyoti, attains a state of complete mental stillness. The untrained mind is constantly looking outward, searching for external distraction or validation to escape itself. The steady person has reversed this current, focusing on the antar. They are comfortable in their own skin. The sense of well-being is not dependent on constant input from the outside world. They have discovered a source of contentment that does not disappear when circumstances change. Because of this, they attain Brahma Nirvana, a state of profound inner freedom and peace. Holy persons whose impurities are destroyed, whose doubts are cut away, whose minds are disciplined, and who work for the welfare of all beings attain liberation. The Gita describes the traits of those who reach this level of clarity. Their inner impurities have gradually fallen away. Their doubts have been resolved. They have gained mastery over themselves and are devoted to the welfare of all beings. Because they are no longer at war with themselves, they become genuinely concerned with the well-being of others. Internal conflict is exhausting. Most of our energy is spent in double-mindedness, wanting one thing but doing another, or feeling guilty about the past while worrying about the future. When we resolve these internal contradictions, we stop leaking energy. We become less divided within ourselves. And when we are no longer trying to fix our own internal misery, we have surplus energy to be of true service to the people around us. For those sannyasis who have mastered desire and anger, subdued their mind, and are self-realized, liberation from material existence is eternal. For those who have disconnected themselves from the grip of desire and anger and who have disciplined their thoughts, a state of absolute peace is present everywhere, both in this world and beyond. The mind becomes quieter, steadier, and less reactive. And in that quietness, peace is able to reveal itself. This verse clarifies that peace is not a reward we receive at the end of a long journey. It is the natural environment of a disciplined mind. When we remove the noise of kama, craving, and krodha, anger, we don't have to create peace. Peace is what remains when the chaos is gone. For such a person, peace is no longer an occasional experience. It becomes a steady presence in their life. They do not have to withdraw from the world to find it. They carry it within them into their daily responsibilities. Most of us rarely experience a mind that wants nothing. Even during moments of rest, part of the mind is usually busy pursuing something. It may be planning the future, replaying the past, comparing itself with others, worrying about a problem, or searching for the next thing to accomplish. We become so accustomed to this constant movement that we hardly notice it. There are occasional moments, however, when the mental noise briefly falls silent. For a few seconds, there is nothing to chase, nothing to prove, nothing to fix. And in those moments, we often discover that peace was not something we had to create. It was already there beneath that noise. These verses describe a life in which those moments of inner quiet become less accidental and more natural. A life where happiness is no longer dependent on constant stimulation and where peace is not postponed until every desire has been fulfilled. Thought of the day. A lot of our mental energy is spent pursuing, planning, comparing, or worrying. Pause for a moment today and reflect. When was the last time I felt completely at peace without needing anything to change? Thank you for joining me on Gita 360. May we take a few moments today to step back from the constant movement of the mind. And may we discover that beneath the noise, the striving, and the endless chase, there is already a quiet place within us waiting to be noticed.